going on, guys? Sweet package from Barbell Brigade. I want to thank these guys so much. Just the care that went into this is pretty darn cool. Wrapped with black tissue paper, a little note for you with some stickers. So they just did an awesome job and sent me a killer hoodie and 2 t-shirts. So I'm gonna wear one of those as I get into today's training session. Be hitting some squats and some bench press to finish up the day. Some volume stuff, so it's sets of 7, but should be moderately challenging. Maybe finish up around an RPE 7 or 8 or so. Yeah, get into it. So back with it. I decided not to show my full warm-up, but instead I'm showing an addition that I don't think I showed last time. Sometimes I will wrap this band around a pole, space myself out a few feet, and just get some general work for the quads, a little bit of peak stretch for the hamstring, and kind of some bouncing in a squat. You could call it similar to a bodyweight squat. And here's just a band-resisted good morning, or RDL. Also nice just to get some movement in the posterior chain. So as we get into it, today's session kind of felt a little bit tight. I didn't quite feel fully recovered. I felt a little bit sore, but that's really okay, to be honest. I think, and I encourage athletes not to hyper manage training. In other words, there are going to be days that just feel off, and there are going to be days that feel great. And not being so focused on the minutia of details about how this day differs from other days is probably going to be better in terms of long-term success, allowing you to be stressed about only the things that matter and not really worrying so much about the things that don't. So I'm taking a few warm-up sets here, but generally, as you can see, the bar is not against my neck. It's a little bit lower, and I have some bend in my wrist. This just seems to be a position that feels good for me. And as far as the squats go here, that's about how wide my stance is. Knees tracking out over the toes. I got quite a lot of forward shift in the knees. So 72% ended up being just under 500 for me today. And I'm excited. I've got a meet coming up in 8 weeks. So that will be the USAPL Summer Showdown in Georgia. It'll be a good time. As far as new things, Strength Athlete just got a calendar that we can keep track of our athletes' competitions as a whole. You can find that at thestrengthathlete.com/calendar. And we'll also be introducing a series of questions for our athletes to consider on a weekly basis. Questions designed to get them thinking about their inner motives, motivations, thoughts on success, on different aspects of philosophy, and just in an effort to expand more on what coaching actually provides, and also to increase the relationship between coach and athlete, allowing them to each open up about things that are personal to them that maybe you don't usually share over the course of reporting. Because if you're working with a coach for long enough, talking strictly about the numbers gets to be quite boring after a while, and talking about the minutia of training details. We start by reviewing quite a lot of lifting footage for athletes, but after we don't need to correct lifting footage, and for a lot of athletes coming to us, they already come with great technique, so you don't need to correct anything as far as that goes. So, it's important to shift to something that still provides value. And so for some athletes, that's talking about programming and kind of using coaching as continuing education. But for some other athletes, they just are not interested in that. So we want to shift to some other things to continue to provide value. This is a barbell kind of internal rotation stretch that you can do before you start. The idea is to keep the wrist in a fixed position and rotate at the shoulder and elbow, and to get a little bit of internal rotation before you start. I do quite a lot of bar work before starting with weights. On the bench press, probably around 30 total repetitions there, 10 close grip, 10 wide grip, and 10 competition grip. So that ends up feeling the best for me. Well, bench 2 felt a little bit off, just a little shaky, a little bit slow, but to be honest, things picked up toward the end. Last set, best set, seems to be my trend for the past few days. But as far as programming goes, some heavy 5s this week, 4s next week, and then a deload, and then 4s, 3s, 2s before competition. So stoked about that, and just playing around with the camera here with some different angles and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys don't mind. I think that's about it. We've got the online meet coming up soon. We did that once before, but we're bringing it back, and I'm excited about that. So more details when we get the webpage all set up so that people can sign up for it. And we will be donating 50% of proceeds to charity. So excited about that. Hope everyone has a good day and a good weekend up ahead, and I will talk to you soon.